Don't know what happened. We're back.
Okay. That'll work. That'll work.
It just went away.
Huh. And we lost them. We lost them, Max. Just for a minute, we lost them. With my arm, just gently pushing back over there. Goodness, well, there you run a marathon. Okay, I'm going back right in here. Just filling in a little of this blue. Didn't want to go before. I'm just going to dab, dab, dab. Going in, all the inside. I'm just dabbing some of this blue. And some of the space that I left out first time.
Killing me.
Huh?
I was like, my arms are gonna be killing me tomorrow.
Do you want to put it down?
Oh, no, we're good.
So kind. You're so kind.
You may have to pull my arms out of this position.
Okay, I'm going back under some of this blue with the red. I'm just gonna...
And she's dribbling some.
Dribbling some. I'm famous for dribbling. Sorry. I never said I wasn't messy. I can get really messy sometimes. It'll be flying everywhere. Oh. Just gonna wiggle it in there.
And that's the red?
That's
going
the red.
back? Okay.
And I'm going back and forth a little bit. I'm just kind of working on where the blue and the red are meeting. In a different situation, I probably would have parted and combed up and painted up, which I could still do that. Okay, we're just filling in a little bit right there where they meet. I'm just filling in a few little spots here and there that I see. I'm just filling them in. Max, did we get it?
Sit down,
I think so. Okay, love. You want to turn for me? Here we go. I'll go on this side. Slowly. Gently. Gently. I'm going to dab on this side a little bit and just fill in these little spots.
back.
It's back. Oh, hi. Our friendly neighborhood Spiderman has taken an interest. We are so honored to have you with us today, sir.
Glad to be here.
Thank you. Max, you got a visit from Spiderman today, man. I'm sorry, I'm not explaining anything. I'm just working here. I'm just filling in these little white areas where the white, the red, and the blue meet. A little bit red. Just filling it in.
Excuse me, Ben.
Dabbing in the blue. Brushing in the blue. Good. Very good. Alright, now we're going to define our red band, then I can finish in the blue. And then we'll start working on this red top, and we'll go from there. I do seem a little scattered, I apologize. I'm just trying to make sure that I know where I'm at with my lines, so I do not go too far with a certain color. Alright, his red band is going to pretty much be where his tuck-up is, right in here, on that last little rib. I like when I do a color design, I try my best to still make the dog look balanced as best I can. It's just my thing. I don't want him to look like he's got a really long shirt and really low pants. So I tried to keep, you know, everything still in balance. So I'm going to find his little tuck up right in here with my finger.
Edna's glad Spider-Man's here for
Awesome.
support and inspiration.
Yes.
We appreciate your appearance.
Draw my lines, my little boundary lines right here. So I want to know not to go any further with my blue. And I'm going to do it the width of this brush. Right there.
It's not for a dog grooming show. Rachel's just having fun. Somebody's asking about this is for grooming or just having fun. Something you've always wanted to do.
No, it's just a project I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to do a Spider-Man. Last Halloween I did a Deadpool for my son Wyatt because he is a huge Deadpool fan. And, well, I am too. But, I love the superhero thing. I just always have. And I've always wanted to do a Spider-Man. I haven't seen a lot of Spider-Man floating around on Pinterest, so I said, well, let's give it a shot. Just a personal bit of fun. I do not compete or anything like that. Personally, I'm just going to tell you, I couldn't hold up against those ladies. They are too fantastic. They're just awesome. But I'm also very slow due to a hand injury I got from a very long time ago, and I'm just not fast. Just not fast. So I do this
I'm trying not to trip over.
for the sheer fun of
Poodle.
it, and that's about it. I just love to paint.
Yeah, I knew you were on here.
Huh?
I said I knew you were on here. I could see it. Wyatt's
Again,
watching.
I'm letting the width of this band, the brush, be my guide. It's, it'll decide how wide that band goes. Hopefully. I have to look at this a little bit down. Good. And when it fluffs out, it'll probably be a little bit wider. Okay. Make sure it's nice and solid. Okay. Now that my band is set, I can go back with my blue and finish. Just put it on. Now we're gonna have to go down a little bit. Ooh.
Max, your mama's watching.
Say hi. Hi, Mama. Hi, Vicky. He's doing great. Be so proud of him. Lay it on slow. I have this table at my disposal and I don't use it like I should. Sitting here, oh, I'm stretching. I was like, why am I doing that? I've got a table that'll go up and down. I finally splurged this past year and got myself an electric table. The hydraulic table I was using had gone out and I was killing my back trying to groom, so I got this one. I do not regret it, not one little bit.
Although she forgets.
I forget sometimes that I have it, but
The ease of a pedal.
it's so nice. It's so nice to just not have to hunker down. You can just lift up your baby or lower the dog, whatever you need to do, and not have to worry about crouching or doing yoga to do whatever you've got to do. I guess guess I could be showing what I'm doing over here. Sorry. I am just getting as close as I can to that red line without hitting it too much. Right on low. Sometimes I'll just push it right to the line. I know, buddy. I know. Okay, now that it's applied, I have to take my blue brush and just kind of carefully ease it through the coat and make sure I put all my color down all the way through. A block more. A few little places I see it need a little extra. How you doing, big fella? We're getting there. We're getting there. You're doing such a good job. Doing so good. Cocktails later. No, I just want one good in my treat. I'll be good. Okay. Alright. So now, I've got my 4 red boots, I've got my belt established, and I've got my backside blue. Now, what I want to do now is again draw some lines so I don't go too far with my background colors. I want to start with, how are we going to start with? I'll put and go down, draw my little shoulder pads here, go up behind his withers with my red, and over to this side. And then I will be going underneath and into his belly with the red. And that'll draw my lines as to where I need to put my blue. And then we're going to work on a little red spider, hopefully, right in the middle of his back. We would do the black spider on his chest, but I don't think we've got enough room. So we're going to let that go. Maybe for a bigger dog. You're perfect. Alright. So now, let me wipe off my hands. We need some more hands. Make sure we got all the blue off his gloves. We don't need blue on the gloves, do we? No, we don't. Alright. I'm going to straighten Mr. Max out just a little bit. A little more red in our bowl. I'll be using a lot of it, this wheel. will be dyeing his head, but for now I'm going to kind of save that for a little bit later. I'm going to start from his neck and work my way back to his withers. Draw his little jacket and go under his belly and connect to his rib belt. Alright, you ready for this? So might as well be. Might as well be, lady. Alright, here we go. That we don't.
1 minute.
We don't want that.
What are you doing there?
We are trimming out spillage.
Ah.
That was more spillage than I wanted to work with. So we are going to be extra careful. Extra careful. Because that was not fun, was it? No.
Yes, let me come on that side.
These little withers right here. I'm going to stop right there. Draw my little line. You see a little splatter spillage going on there. We don't want that. I'm just going to kind of get an idea of where his jacket's going to be. I do not want. Basically what I'm doing right now is drawing my boundaries. This is almost like a little shoulder cap right here. So I'm going to come back up right in here. And leave just a little bit of area right there. It's not going to be like straight across. And then we'll go right into the chest. Right into the chest. And then this and that. Concentrate on filling in this side. And then we'll go to the next side. Good boy. So sorry I'm not talking a whole lot right now. Basically I'm just sitting here trying to work in this color and get my lines and my little pattern going here. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. If I can answer them, I will. If I can't, I'll ask Andrea or Kimberly. Take this. Comb it through a little bit.
asking about how much color to take to transform a coat like this. I don't know, what are you, about a half
Yeah,
bottle
I'm
in?
about half a bottle of hot red in, and I'm using 2 bottles. To be safe, we're using 2 bottles of the hot red, and probably could get by with less than 2 bottles of blue, but I got 2 bottles just in case. And this little guy, his coat length on his body, you know, his torso, is about, right now it's like a one comb length, and his
Let me come
legs.
around.
His legs were scissored. They're a little bit fluffier. If you were to do like a comb length on them, they would probably be something a little bit longer than an E-comb. You know, if the coat is shorter, of course you're not going to use as much dye. And also, like for him, when I apply his webbing, I'm going to be airbrushing, because that fluffy hair is just not going to do very well. It's not going to take very well. Hold on just a second. Wait a minute, just stop just a second. Apparently,
He was.
apparently we got a little blue. What I'm applying to his face right now is cholesterol. I'm not getting it in his eyes, but I'm applying it kind of around the area. Apparently, somebody doesn't know how to keep their gloves clean. Hold on a second. I know, right? Toe popping it. Hold on just a second. Hold on a second. Yes. Yes. I know. Just a minute. You're so stinking cute. You're so stinking cute. Spiderman, can you go to the bathroom and get me a wet paper towel?
Spiderman. Spiderman.
And I thank you, sir. Sorry, wasn't trying to hold you by your lip. Right now, we're just applying a little more red chest. Just a minute, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Going back to this neck and this crest. Right now, he's not hurting anything. If he wants to sit, he's gonna sit. Right down let him.
Where do you want it?
Just there. Thank you, sir. You
Thanks,
are the best.
Spiderman.
You got a little bluage on your face. We don't want that. We don't want that, do we? No. Sometimes if you have a little accident like we just did, you hurry up and put a little cholesterol on it and dab it good to get it out before it sets in too much. Looks like we're going to be just fine. How do I know this? It's happened more than once, that's for sure. And you're such a good sport about it all, aren't you? You're such a good boy. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud. I am so very proud of you. Okay. Hold that there for next time. We might need it again. Alright. Okay. Thank you, sir. Now, you guys have noticed, of course, and probably goes without saying, that I am using a paintbrush on pretty much every part of this dog's body. If he were bigger, blockier things with less pattern, you could probably just go with squeeze it in, rub it in, comb it through, and be done. But when you're doing a pattern, I like to make sure I have a lot of control over where the dye goes. And most of you guys, anyone watching that's experienced or has done any kind of pattern work, will get what I'm saying for sure. I am keeping this pattern fairly simple because Maxwell is not a big boy, and we have limited canvas space here. But still don't want it to go places it doesn't need to go. Good boy, though. Good. Good. Okay. And I'm going to hang in my little sleeves here. Little elbow, shoulder pads. And then we'll kind of leave that little gap right there, just his shoulder. So it looks like it's actually going down his shoulder and not just going straight across. Oh, baby. Good boy.
No, because you're holding my head. So getting into the poodle zen.
He's getting into the zone.
Around the head.
Why am I whispering?
I don't know why you're whispering.
I don't want to jinx it.
I know.
Don't want to jinx it, doing that. He falls in after a while. It just takes him a little while. Max comes in, he is wired for bear. He is raring to go. I mean, I'm looking at him and I get tired. How do you do it? He's not a super young baby. You know, he's at least 6, 7 plus. He's not old, but he's not, a puppy. I hope I have your energy. One day. I do, sir. I really do. Okay, we're just hitting this little crest right here. He's got a lot more hair right here than he does, of course, on the rest of his body. We built up his neck just a little bit when we were grooming him. Okay, this is the blue side. I'm going to use the red, the non-blue side. have used the blue side before and got a little bit of purple. I'm not going to do that today. No. No, I'm not. Okay. Get this dye pulled through this coat all the way. It'll take you forever to grow out. I did warn his mama, if Vicky is still on the line, I don't know if she is or not, but if she is, I did warn her that this red lasts forever. It would be a trim out thing, probably. I'm so glad she let me do it. Alright, now then, here comes the moment we've all been waiting for. Oh, really? We have? Yes, we have. Okay. We got a little pink in some areas. Okay, what we're going to do now, I need to establish my lines for his mask. We're going to paint him a black mask, but I've got to be very careful. I will say, if you're just starting out dyeing, just get some practice before you start painting very close around their eyes or their mouth or the face. In fact, I just wouldn't recommend it for a while. If you have a baby that's super calm, super quiet, it's, you can pull it off with some practice, but you have to be very careful. All it takes is somebody to get a tickle in their ear, they shake, something slings in their face, in their eyes, whatever. You just have to be very, very careful. You want to know.
Andrea is asking about the cholesterol. What was the purpose? I guess she missed.
It's kind of like the isolation cream for OPAWZ. It helps the dye not stick to the hair in places that you don't want it to if you have an accident. It's an old thing that a lot of groomers use. It's just a very thick conditioner.
She let some transfer from her gloves by accident.
Yeah. we had a
some
that
blue.
Happens a lot sometimes. Yeah. So now we're doing the face, and I'm so glad most of the face is red, because if it wasn't, I'd be in trouble. So
She said thank you.
Oh, no problem. Anytime. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish doing some of the rest of the head before I get to my black. I want to do my black last because it is a developing color, and while I don't care how long the rest of it stays on, the black I'm not going any further than the directions tell me to as far as the timing on the black. So I'm going to do that last, and then I'm going to very gently hold him until he's ready to roll. Actually, I think I'll wait on the head. Yeah, we're not ready for that yet. Okay. Y'all bear with me. Okay, now I'm going to continue on with the blue on its front legs. And we are going to blue probably all the way up to here. And then I'm going to incorporate, hopefully, a little red spider in the middle of his back. Alright. You ready, bud? I guess.
Why not?
Might as well be. You're not ready? Okay. I got you. I got you. We only got a second one.
Yeah. He's back.
He's back. Full force. All max. Alright, cool your jets. Cool your jets. There you go. I know, it is exciting. Oh, it's very exciting. haven't done that yet. But I'm going to. So don't let me start coloring his belly.
Okay.
Remind me if I start coloring, it's like, ah! I'm going to get these little blue arms going here. Hang on, Boogie. Hang on, Boogie. What time is it?
I have no idea.
What time?
4:31.
4:31? Okay. Hang on, boo-boo. Hang on, boo-boo. Again. Let's get up here where we can see you. It's not necessary to be down there, is it? No. No, it's not.
Excuse me, Finn.
Oh yeah, Finn's hanging out with us today. He's been...
Should I shoot the camera at him?
Huh?
Let me shoot the camera at him. I understand that's when I'm stepping around.
Such a good boy. You are the best boy. You are the best. Don't be jealous. You are the best boy. Yep, he's back.
Yes, yeah.
He caught his breath. He's back.
Spiderman, Spiderman.
Can't see any work will do. Sweet pea.
His little vet wrap booties are riding down. Looks like he's got really long toes back there.
Makes you have slippage. You have slippage. Well, at least you know they weren't too tight, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. It's probably vibrated them off.
Probably.
Oops. Work on that. Hang on, baby. Okay, now that I've gotten that mostly on, we'll go back with my red a little bit. And kind of just, hang on, baby. Fill in some inky spots. Not too worried about that muddy area. Deal with that later. Not my favorite, but I can deal with it. Just hit the boundary so I don't have, I would rather have a little bit of a muddy area than a white area. I just don't like white hair sticking out. If I can help it. I'm just filling in his little cap, shoulder caps right here. Just kind of dabbing them in. Okay, let me see if I can do this real quick. Let's connect. Let's connect, baby. Good boy. Bear with me. You want to take a little break? Okay. Just fine, big fella. Do it just fine, big fella. We're just basically completing his pattern right here. It has a red chest. It'll go down into his belt. This side. It's not gonna work, is it? Okay. Walk you over a little bit. There you go. Good boy. They can see. Just a second. We don't want all that on your head, do we? No. No. No, we don't. No, we don't. Just brush it from his belt line backwards to his chest. And get his little redness on him right there. Hang on, baby. No.
That tickles my belly.
Probably does. Does that tickle? Sorry. I'm sorry. It's a tickle. Yeah. Okay, I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Just putting that red, basically just kind of connecting the color dots over here where the pattern is. Filling in all the little empty spots. Need to be filled in with color. Where the colors connect. Just kind of patting it in with my brush. If you wanted to take this into several day sessions, you could always, it's probably a little easier to get your colors like you wanted them if you if you wanted to stretch it out into several day sessions. You could do one color one day, one color the next. Okay. When we get the boots off, we'll blend those a little bit. Right now, let's go on. Let's see. Make sure we get all the red where it's supposed to be. Yes. Now, we are going to, not with that blue glue, we're not. Hold on just a minute. I got you. Yes, he's got some. He looks like, Max, I love you. He looks like he's wearing skis.
I know.
You're so cute. You're so cute. So what? What? Alright, now we're going to complete this blue pattern. This is kind of what we're working on. You can kind of see. Make his sides blue. I love this cobalt blue. I just think it's so pretty. I like the brightness of it. And the navy's really pretty too. I mean, on Finn, when I dyed him for the 4th of July one year, it was, it ended up being like a really bright royal blue on him. Both of these colors are really nice. Oh, I'm counting on you, buddy. Can you do me a favor? I need both of my hands. Can you just come and kind of love on him right here? Just hold his head, just rub his cheeks. Just rub his cheeks. Like right here. Rub his cheeks. I need to be able to hold his body just a little bit when I focus on. That's a good boy. Just rub his face a little bit. Alright. Good boy. And that one hand is a little bit shaky. That's a good boy. Just let him put a little of this beard just right this. Good boy. Okay, that's not working. It's pulling away. Sorry. Let me try this. There we go. Oh, boo boo.
It's definitely got enough energy to be Spider-Man.
Oh, yes. Max. They couldn't handle Max and Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you can let him go. Kimberly, I'm gonna need your help though. I'm gonna need you to help hold. Do you think White can hold that tablet?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, you take the tablet and hold it.
Alright.
I need
Yeah,
him
I
to
got it
hold his
zoomed
face.
in. Spider-Man's taking over.
Awesome. Thank you, Spider-Man, for the bomb.
I don't have to have him.
Yeah, you sure?
Well,
I got some in the cabinet. Go get some. It's not gonna kill you. Okay. Just a minute, boo boo. Just Kimberly's coming. Kimberly's coming. Alright, baby. Okay.
They're asking how much you'd charge for this job.
oh yeah, that one popped up. It'd be the cost of the dye and
Plus
about
the time.
40 to 45.
40 to 45 an hour. It'd be like how long it would take to groom a dog. How long is it gonna be?
2 hours. No, 50.
That's about 44. I'm adding up the dye.
It'd be about 135. I don't know.
Yeah, so far about 135.
Well, that'd be 3 hours.
Yeah.
Once you made it to that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then,
Plus the cost of the dyes. Yeah.
oh, thank oh my goodness.
Oh, did you get
I
yours?
got some tongue on tongue
Oh
action.
my. Oh my. Alright, now. Let's see, I guess. Alright, boo boo. Slowly and carefully turn. Oh, he lost the boot.
He did lose the boot. It'll be alright.
It'll be okay. Okay, now, let's see if we can get Miss Kimberly right here. Wyatt, if you want, you can come over here. Maybe they can see. I'm going to move this over here, away from Mr. Max. Alright, love. We're going to go ahead and get back to the side. And color in. This side over here. I know.
You want a cheeseburger?
Oh, yes. So a cheeseburger would be lovely. All the treats.
No.
Maybe not.
Come here, boo.
There we go. Sweetie, I wish I could let you run around a little bit. Oh, lots of love and kisses. Lots of love and kisses. Baby. Bring him over just a little bit. There we go. Yep, he's definitely caught a second one. Hang on, love. I'll quit poking this brush and I promise. Good boy.
They're asking if the colors bleed together when you wash it.
when I rinse, the colors rinse completely free of each other. Now, if you mix them up while you're applying them, they're probably going to end up, you know, a little bit different color. Like, you're probably going to get some darkness right there where that band is. But when you just rinse the blue into the red, it does not mix together. OPAWZ is pretty much designed to not do that. And it's really good about not bleeding into each other like that. Yes, it does. Do you want a massage, Max? Do you want a foot rub real quick with it? This line. We'll get you one, okay? Yeah. You're doing so good. You're getting your suit on, Max. We're almost there, buddy.
You're asking about the green stuff on the paws.
Oh, that is Vet Wrap. I get mine at Tractor Supply Company. You can get it in bulk there. It's wonderful for jobs like this. It's just, well, most of the time it holds. I was telling them earlier when I was applying it, just be careful not to get it too tight. You don't want to cut off circulation because it is kind of a stretchy material. But it's really easy to handle. And you can see a little bleed mark through it, but it's not real bad about bleeding or anything like that. And it's just a really good way of kind of protecting other body parts from colors you don't want to come in contact with. This is Vet Wrap. You could get it at pretty much any place where they have horse equipment. Does that feel good? Then it does. You earned it today, boo-boo. You earned it today. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're such good. Okay. All right. You good, buddy? Okay, well, one big gone. That's okay. What I'm going to do now is, I'm going to get back over here. I'm going to lower the table a little bit. I'm going to put a spider, a little red spider.
It's like what?
Yeah, it's going to be right in the middle of your back, bud. Right in the middle of your back. I need some more paper towels. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, what I'm going to attempt to do, I'm going to need Kimberly, when you get done, I'm going to need you to hold his ears forward. And just keep his head still so I can get that pattern on straight. Alright, bud.
Some more red dye.
Thank you, madam. I'm going to mop up a little of this because it got compromised by some blue earlier. Sorry. It's like a sacrilege. Okay. I'm going to put a little more red dye into this thing. Oh, we're we're nearing the end of our first two. Ain't done bad. Okay. All right. Now, Boogie, I need you to be still. All right.
They're asking what dye you're using.
OPAWZ. All products that I'm using today are OPAWZ.
Paintbrush.
OPAWZ Hot Red and OPAWZ Cobalt Blue.
Do you need paintbrush? What are you using?
I'm going to try the little OPAWZ brush too. Oh,
Okay.
this brush. Have you ever tried this one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
I don't know about
It's soft,
coming off.
but firm. Y'all bear with Max. I will tell y'all this. I'm going to go ahead and reveal y'all this in case y'all don't already know. This is Max's first ever dye job. So y'all give him some love. And he is going to earn a massage, whatever treat he wants, and the best bed in the world. Because he's been a good boy. He is a little hyper, but I think considering he has done a fabulous job.
They're asking if this is temporary or permanent dye.
This is a permanent dye. Alright, I think him, let's move him.
Also, how do you not get the colors to bleed on the white?
You can protect on the white. Well, there's not going to be any white left when I'm done, except for one little area. But you can put cholesterol, this product right here, on any part of the dog that you don't want color to stick onto. Or OPAWZ has a what they call an isolation cream, which also protects the dog's skin and hair from the color. If it gets on there, it will shampoo out when you rinse. But this, you can get this at pretty much any beauty section, what you can get at Walmart or any kind of beauty supply place. It's a very, very heavy conditioner, and it works great for that purpose. So if he gets a little something on him somewhere, it's going to shampoo right out when we rinse his dye off. I hope that helped. Okay. Alright. Hold on just a second. I'm going to take this off for now. It's getting in my way. Just this little bit right here. Okay. Hang on, Boog Boog. I got you. I got you. Good boy. Good boy. Alright, I just need you to hold his ears on his head. Just kind of keep his body straight if you can. He's a small canvas and he's got fluffy hair, so we're going to make this spider pretty small. I actually think I will use the paintbrush. I'm using a regular artist's paintbrush. You can get these at Walmart in the craft section. They work great, especially for little small areas. I'm just going to make a little red blob, round red dot right in the middle of his back. We're going with an older Spider-Man costume design. It's a little more simple. And we're going to put a little red spider right in the middle of his back. Can you see? Okay.
It's very hard to see.
And the red's getting buried in his coat.
I'm trying to read the next question too, and there's a glare.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can't see any of it.
I think I'll go like...
They're asking how long do you leave on the dye?
As long as you want.
This, the color dye, you can leave on... Generally, I leave it on about 30 to 40 minutes. Of course, you can see applications taking way longer than that. But you can leave this on pretty much until it dries if you want to. It's not going to hurt them. The super black, I won't do that. I would say follow the directions to the letter. Okay, I got to lower him just a little bit.
Going down.
Going down. I know. Oh, such a sweet boy. Get a little more spider here. Oh, baby cakes. Right now I'm just making a big round red dot in the middle of his back. I'm gonna try to keep it an inch or so away from his other pattern. We're supporting him because he is getting tired. Keep his head straight if you can.
I just want to look in the camera.
I know, sweetheart. I'm just going to draw a line. And a line. Hang on. And a line. And a line.
When he's done, do you just rinse the shampoo?
Yep, you just rinse it off. He's already clean.
Okay,
Always start off on a clean, dry dog. There's no dirt or oil to get in the way of the dye that way. And then when we're done, we rinse him in cool water. Oh, biggie. I know.
You blowing your cheek at me.
Mm-hmm. So that usually works. It works. Okay. Got his little spider on. And this is the old design. Probably could have gotten a little more intricate on short hair or a larger canvas, but on him, we're not going to do that.
Does cold water help with bleeding issues?
It can, yes. But it also kind of seals in the hair where it seems to hold the color better that way. Because when the water is warm, the follicles of the hair open up and they're more likely to release whatever's on them or in them. And when it's cooler, they close up tight. So it seems to just help the color stay in better. Okay, now we're just filling in a few spots, baby. Okay. All right, now. Hold on, sweet thing. Hold on, sweet thing. We're getting there. Now we're going to put a little more blue. We're going to get a little closer to that spider.
Sorry, Finn.
There are alternate methods of doing this. Some people, you can, if you have a big enough canvas or short enough hair, you can pre-make a reverse template. I've seen people put it on, airbrush around it, and then fill it in with dye, when they lift it up, and then paint around it. It's an easy way to get a nice crisp form if you want. On him, well, not so much. We're just gonna carefully color around that band and around the spider a little bit. I'm going up to a certain point, and then I'm going to use a different brush, a smaller one, maybe a paintbrush, and fill in around that spider. Ooh, get back in here. Now Now this color that we're using, for those that may have just tuned in, is OPAWZ Permanent Dye. The blue I'm using is Cobalt blue. It's a very pretty blue. These colors are, these dyes are safe, they're non-toxic. They can sit on here and dry till they're crunchy. Not gonna hurt them. That said, I've said before, if your dog has skin issues, allergies, things like that, don't dye them. Just don't. You just never know. Do a patch test before you start to make sure everything's good. But in general, these colors, I've never had a problem with them. I know, sweet pea. Now I'm going to go on the other side and fill it to that spider as close as I can. The same way. Carefully take this red line. There's my spider. He's telling you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. I know. I know. Okay, now we need to fill in around that spider. Thank you. Did I mention she's fabulous? I can't do it without her. Do you need a paper towel?
No.
Okay, you're good. Alright. Alright, I'm going to have to ease him back a little bit. You know, if you want, you can sit down. Do you want to sit down? It's up to you.
He's
like... Alright, I'm going to get another paintbrush. This is a nice little angled one. It's got a real kind of a skinny line on it. It's wonderful for easing around tight spaces. I'm going to sneak up on this spider and try to work my way around it and hope it doesn't jump on me. Just getting in between those little red legs. Little radioactive spider. Don't bite me. Now we're just dabbing in all around this little red spider, just getting in between the legs and around the little body. Filling it in. Brush. Give Max a little break. A little break. Okay, right now we're just still filling in around that little red spider. This little brush for a little more coverage right in this bigger area. To my little angled brush. Blue between his legs and pull all that fluffy hair down. There. Then I'm going to go back with my red and reinforce these legs just a little bit before I fill it all in completely. Say what? Oh.
And they're asking about the coat being with, after you wash it, you keep not feeling dry. After you wash it out, how do you keep it from being dry without the dye? But it.
Oh. It's very simple. After I rinse it, a lot of times I'll go back and put a conditioner in the coat and just rinse it again. Just to give it some softness. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, usually after every dye job that I do, after I rinse the dye out of the coat, I will apply a conditioner. And then I'll just rinse it with tepid water. Rinse it with cool for the dye and tepid for the conditioner. Or you can rinse it with cool. Just calms everything down, makes everything smooth down good. spider might have to be trimmed into shape. Just have to see how this goes. Just filling in a few little areas, a few little white areas, and then we're going to get started on the head. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're just dabbing in a few little spots. Just filling in a few little areas. Okay, Mr. Maxwell. Here we go. The blue in. Oh, this is gonna get crunchy. Okay. Okay. Alright. Going back on this side again. Put a little Grinch through it. Okay. Alright. Come here, buddy. Come here. Carefully. Carefully. I need a paper towel, and then I just need him to be steady. And then I think he wants to sit down. That's okay. I just need him to be still because I'm fixing to start working on his mess.
They're asking what the brush is for.
What brush?
I'm guessing maybe the hairbrush, brush the color.
Oh, yeah. The brush? Yeah, that's just to brush the color through the hair. Sorry, y'all. All right.
There's several brushes here.
Just hold on to him just a second.
And then they're also asking, would you do the haircut before or after the dye job?
Just depending on what kind of haircut we're doing. I pretty much did the haircut before the dye job on this one. As far as your basic length, I'll probably go over it and touch it up, of course, because something always needs to be trimmed up. But just depending on how long or short the dog is, he's kind of fluffy on his legs and shorter on his body, so I did go ahead and do the trim before I did the dye job. A lot of times, depending on what we're doing, I'll save some hair and not trim it all because it kind of protects you against mistakes. Alright, we good? Let me get this all settled and situated. Put you back up here, sir. Just a minute. Let me see. We don't need glue on your face, so hold on just a minute. Let's just leave him until we're ready. Here we go. Here we go. Clean some of this up. My table gets really messy sometimes. try to clean it up a little bit so it's not quite so chaotic. I will come back with some blue to touch up some spots. Okay.
Not like that.
Okay, that's all right. Okay. So that red. Probably not gonna need that one for now. I'm using that one. And the blue is done except for touch-ups. Okay, what I'm going to need is some black. Okay, now we're going to use our black mask and cholesterol. What I'm using now is cholesterol. It is a hair conditioning cream. OPAWZ also sells a wonderful isolation cream that it serves the same purpose. It is to protect the hair you don't want colored from the color. So if you have an accident, get a smear, get a splash, it will shampoo off when you rinse the color off your dog. And what I'm going to do is apply that around the areas that I do not want black or red. We're going to make a little black mask, little Spiderman's black mask around his eyes. That said, we're going to stay clear of the eyes and make his band on both sides. And then anything outside of that black, we're going to color red, except for right around his mouth. We don't want him looking messed up. Even though, we're still not going to do it, are we? No. Alright, let's see. So I need a clean comb. Clean comb. I'm going to just comb this a little bit. Yes, we're going. Yes, we're going. Loosen up a little bit. Yes. Okay. We're going to apply in our areas we do not want any accidental black. Very carefully, I'm using my fingers with a very small amount. I'm going right under his eye. Not in his eye, under his eye. Over. Just to protect that from the dye. The general area that I don't want the dye to be. Actually, ask.
What?
Can you wet this? I'm sorry.
Sure.
Thank you. I put too much in the wrong place. I'm sorry.
Blue on mine.
Need that little line right in the middle. All right, sir. All right, sir. Okay. Now we're going to make our OPAWZ Super Black Dye.
You need a better container.
Yes, we do. I'm going to get one. I'll do that.
Hold on, good boy. She's coming right back.
Oh, lost a boot. That's all right.
We're down to
Down to one boot. No, you don't want this. Okay, the OPAWZ Super Black Dye. This is probably hands down the #1 best dye, in my opinion, in the world. If you want a black that's a true black, it's never going to fade, this is your dye. I love it. It works so well. It's never failed me on any kind of coat type. Not one time. You mix this up in a 1-to-1 ratio. 1 part. I can't think here. Your #1 and your #2. You mix it 1-to-1.
Dye and developer.
Dye and developer, yes. Couldn't get it out of my brain. Couldn't get it out of my mouth. So, I'm going to use, since I'm only using a small bit of the dye, I'm going to use a teaspoon and a teaspoon. Is that exciting? Is that exciting? And then if I need more, I'll use more. Let's see. What? What? He's very excited.
He's Spiderman.
I know, right? You think he'd get tired of that, huh?
It's mad.
A teaspoon and a teaspoon. If it comes down to it and I need more, then I'll. Good Lord. Did I just do that? I did. Then I'll use more. She's right. Let's just mix sure, okay? I'm just gonna mix it up real good. Yes, this is exciting. This is where you get your mask. Don't need to egg you on, do I?
And my nuts going.
We're getting there, sweet pea, I promise. We are so getting there. We are so getting there.
Would you like to see it?
Would you like to sit down? You can sit down.
Job.
Good deal.
You may massage your hips.
Please. Okay, got my dye all mixed up. Nice, smooth, creamy consistency. This is the moment of truth, Maxwell. Alright. Now I'm going to draw with my dye this mask as best I can. I'm going to start right here. And I'm just going to kind of dab it right there.
I'm gonna start timing it.
Yes.
How long is it? 20?
Now he's got a lot of long, floppy hair, so I am surface dabbling this black. And I'm going to come under here, right here. I hope this works. Yes, 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 yes. Right there. New beginners, I would not recommend that you do this with a permanent dye. I would say try a cream chalk pen. Careful with the blow pen, cover their eyes. But always keep well clear of the eyes. Always use an eye protectant, a little lube, something like that. I am staying a decent amount of distance from his eyes because more than any Spider-Man, Maxwell's eyes are so important. Yes, they are. So we're going to be very, very careful with them. Very careful with them. see how fast this is developing. This is awesome. This is not exactly a separated eye mask, but let's see how it goes. All done with that. Let that develop. And we're gonna work on the rest of this, okay? Yes, we will.
Do you have any designs for villains and blue? No. Sure.
Like on these legs where the boots are?
Yeah. There's some areas back here. Just so, because I know that develops.
Where are we?
Was it 20, it's supposed to be 20 minutes? I know, we've got about 14.
Hang on, boo boo. Let that go. Oh. Hi, buddy. We almost there. Hold on. Thank you, Spiderman.
Mm-hmm.
You're being awesome. Okay, you can lay down. That's perfectly fine with me. I have no problem with that, okay? Appreciate it.
There's some of that. You just let it lay down.
Yeah. I love about this style too, it's designed to do that. It's fantastic. I'm not too worried about all that. If it doesn't work out, trim it out. Lay down, take a break. I don't mind if you lay down. You're fine. Again, we're brushing this color through a little bit. Making sure it's pulled through the coat. Booty bear. Oh. We're down to our last bit of red. Awesome. I'll hit the wire with the red and use it all. We got a little more over there in front of that drawing too.
Oh yeah, that, I don't know if this has been open.
Oh, okay.
I just,
We've actually only used
yeah,
a good
I
two
sat
red.
that over.
Wow. Good deal. Oh, sweet treat. You're cute. You're cute. We're just getting this red in here good. His little face, his ears. Can you come over here and just kind of keep his head pointed in a certain direction? Or he doesn't get himself worked up and black out things he doesn't need to. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Sweet boy. Sweet boy. You're doing so good. We're just brushing all this color through his ears. Mm-hmm. I know. I know, good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Oh, get over there. Huh?
We might actually have to open another red.
So. I think so. It's starting to look Spider-Man-y now.
Mm-hmm.
You're starting to look Spider-Man-y. You are. Okay, again, we're going to brush and just pull some of this color on through so it's nice and solid. been such a good boy. What are we gonna do to pay you back for your patience with those crazy people? Huh? What are we gonna do for you? What are we gonna do for you? What do you want? What do you want? You just think on it, okay? You just think on it. You just think on it. Where we at?
About 6, 5.5, 6 months.
We should have did that first.
I don't know if you could have
I don't know if I could have either.
that. Being that fluffy, I don't think you.
I don't think it would have worked out.
You're good.
I don't want you to stumble over me.
Hold on just 1 second. I gotta, here we go. This is perfect. Yeah. A little red brush right there. I'm just dabbing around this black very gently because he has a sensitive little nose. We're gonna leave that because he would leak it anyway. I'm not gonna mess with it. Isn't that right? That's right. Just a second. I'll get right up under his chin.
Yeah, if he had been clean face.
He's been clean face, he's been a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not. He has a big old round fluffy face. Big round fluffy face, don't you? That's right, you do. And you're a handsome fluffy face. It's so handsome. I'm again brushing through. Get some of this dye pulled through the coat.
What do you need me for? Other side, right there.
Yeah, as soon as I get this right here. Oh, buddy. It's just blowing through those cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness. That's a good boy. That's such a good boy. Goodness. I'm gonna need just a little bit more red. And I will need your assistance again. Thank you. This right here. Wait. Just need you to, just kind of keep his head away from his ears. Goodness gracious. Might need an earful of red dye. Just a one. My darling. Good thing about this red, it doesn't take long to take. Okay.
Do you more? You think that's
Might be just a little bit more, just a squeeze. Just a squeeze. Yeah, we learned kind of early on not to get too gung-ho with your dye all at once. We did not realize that the consistency of it meant you didn't have to use as much. So the first couple of dye jobs, we had a lot of wasted dye. And
it's hard to put back in the bottle.
yeah, you can't hardly do that, and it's just bad juju to waste dye. So, my first few OPAWZ experiences with dye were quite a learning curve. And I learned not to overfill my little containers. Go ahead and pull this on through. If possible, I like saturation to be good and solid. Unless I'm planning something, you know, a little further on down the road and I don't want it to wait that long to grow all out. And then I'll just, you know, leave some grow room there. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Spiderman.
You gonna be at town this minute? Or pretty much when you're. Now you're supposed to show that, or we just come back to it? Rinsing?
I might go back and touch him up later if it doesn't do whatever.
No, I meant rinse in the tub.
I think so. I think so. Someone might want to know how to rinse as far as keeping the dye out of the eyes when they're rinsing.
Okay.
So we'll definitely go there. Okay, real quick. Let me take off the boot. Let's touch up your boots, boo. Let's touch up your boots, boogie boogie. Yes, sir. I'm going back and just touching up spots that need to be touched up. Okay, let me see this one. Oh, where is it? Oh, there we go.
Crazy, they're asking, one person who uses Crazy Liberty. They're asking if you have, and what's your thoughts on the difference?
I actually have not. I've heard wonderful things about Crazy Liberty. I've heard it and seen results of Crazy Liberty. Very vibrant, very nice dye. Just from the things that I've seen on it, you know, I've read mixed comparisons on OPAWZ and Crazy Liberty, and I've seen some beautiful, beautiful results from it. But I really am not qualified to comment on that because I have not ever really personally used it. And this person asking, have they used it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't say who it was.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard it's wonderful. I've seen the results from it, and they're absolutely gorgeous. But I've never personally used it myself. just we're filling in some little gaps that need to be filled in right now. With the red and the blue. I'm just kind of working on it here a little bit. Stand up for me, love. There's some trim work I'm gonna have to do on his backside. Back leg. Oh, big boy. We're almost done. I'll go ahead and tell y'all, I will, just because it is who I am, I will probably more than likely be touching this up later, but I think he is new at this and he has done exceptionally well, and he is tired. It is time for us to end the session after he is rinsed.
What are you using to avoid the colors from bleeding?
Cholesterol. And I've also told people OPAWZ makes a wonderful isolation cream that serves the same purpose.
But OPAWZ colors actually don't bleed into each other when rinsed.
They really don't. Now, I was talking about the eyes, I'm sorry. Yeah, these colors right here,
Unless they're mixed together.
yeah, unless you mix them, like, you know, they have a little bit there. But when they're rinsed, they do not bleed into each other. They're just designed to not do it. And I've never had an issue with it, as long as I do not blend them together when I'm brushing them on, which there will be some issues here, but anything like this and this, you're not going to see any kind of color blending. Because I've actually done, I don't know if y'all saw my little Ava baby on OPAWZ, but it was a little gray brindle Shih Tzu, and she had yellow and blue ears and yellow paws. I think she had some blue in those paws too, didn't she? Yeah, yellow and blue paws. But after rinsing her, nothing. There was no trace of blue whatsoever in her yellow. Everything was still very bright and very distinct. Is it time?
It's been time.
Okay. Alright, it is time to take this baby
Super
to
black.
the tub. The super black has set. Unfortunately, I probably should have done that dead last. I'll be going over this later, but it has sat there as long as we feel like we need to let it sit. So we are going to take him to the tub. Wish us luck and rinse him. I got you. Don't drop you. Got you. He's so Tristan. He's a big boy. We're going to rinse this out. You can join me if you like. I'll show you how I do.
You mean take?
Alright, we're going to secure Mr. Max inside. Anymore.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, say I get colored, you get colored too, Miss Kimberly. And Miss Rachel's already colored. I never come out unscathed, do I? Okay. Make sure our water's cool. And it is. You ready? Okay. Okay, like I said at the first of the session, we have already put some lube in this baby's eyes to protect them. What I'm going to do is carefully rinse away from his eyes. I'm going to take my time doing it. I'm going to tilt his head up so we're still rinsing away from the eye. Always away from the eye. We're going to go a little higher. got you. I got you. Rinse away from the eye. Ooh, look how good that black fits. Man. That OPAWZ Super Black is the bomb. And we're just going to rinse, rinse, rinse. Staying away from the eyes. I go slow. It doesn't matter. We're going to give it plenty of time to get out of there. And we're coming up underneath, going down. And one of the lovely perks to the cholesterol, and I'm sure the isolation cream as well, is once it rinses off really easily, you don't have to shampoo it out. And the coat is just so nice and super soft. And probably their skin, probably the most moisturized it's ever been. Okay. We've got most of that out. Going slow, keeping it off the eye. Going down. Also keeping it out of his nose so he doesn't panic. This red I more than likely will go back and touch up because it wasn't sitting very long on his face. That was my mistake. I should have done the black very last. But that's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it later. Good boy. Oh, you were so patient. Most of the time. You were patient. So, it didn't take it long, did it? Mm-hmm. That red holds on fast. Go back and rinse the ears last. They always don't take as solid as the rest. Okay. You can see I'm just rinsing now. Ooh. Oh, we're colored. As you can see, those colors are very distinct. They're not rinsing into each other. The only thing that might be into each other is what got brushed into each other and applying. As far as the rinsing, they do not blend if you rinse them. See how clean that red's coming out? I love a dye company that makes the groomer's life easier. Whoa. The lovely shade of purple. Lovely shade of purple.
Thank you, Edna.
That's right.
The colors are amazing.
Huh?
The colors are amazing.
So I said, thank you, Edna. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Goodness. Then we'll have to touch up that little spot right there too. I'm anxious to see how bright that blue is?
Mm-hmm.
I'm anxious to see how that looks when it's dried. Oh, you're so blue and red, Maxwell. You're so blue and red. Woo! That's a good brush. Now we rinse those ears. It took faster than I thought it would. That thing. It was only there on there for a few minutes. boy, sweetheart. Good boy.
There's no way we could have done this.
Huh?
So there's no way we could have done the webbing and all that in one.
It's too much for him. Too much for a lot of dogs. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
It's big work.
But he's good
The
boy.
color was enough. That was almost too much to do. We got a little smear. We'll have to fix that. Good boy. Good boy. Alright, love. Let's see how that water's looking. We're running clear, Matt. We're running clear. Okay, we've got him rinsed. Such a good boy. Now, this is a diluted conditioner mixture from our Vita Silk Pro Vitamin Aloe Conditioner from Natural Groomer. It works great. And we're going to give him a nice little conditioning because his hair has been through a lot of cleansing and then a dye job on top of that today. And we're going to let this hair rest. Skin rest a little bit. That's right. That's right. Let me see. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. We just gonna give him a massage.
It's like, ooh.
Massage. Oh,
That.
massage his cheeks. Yeah. Massage his shoulders. Oh, you're gonna sleep good tonight. Oh, you're gonna sleep good tonight. You're a good boy. Good boy. Here we go. Good boy. Yeah. Into that. Right in. I'm going to use my thumb and block his nose so he doesn't get water in his nose. Ooh, you're softer. You're softer now. Alright, baby. Good boy. Ooh. Goodness. Goodness. Alright, you ready? You ready? Come on, I got you. Okay, now we're going to take him and dry him off and see where we're at, okay? Yes. You're next. You're next. Alright, let's go get a brush.
Dude. Oh, hello, Finn. I got your butt.
Just let him rest for a minute. Just for a
No.
minute. Here you
Do-
go, sweetheart.
Just say, hey, we'll be back in a minute, or...
Yeah. Let's take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Clean up and we'll be back.
We'll be back after it's dry. Hey. So I gotta roll around for a minute.
Okay.
We'll be back after this short message.
I'm gonna let Max have the